What would you do if you're at home and all your friends and family were dead? Hey cuties! So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. Where'd my phone go actually? Usually I compile all the questions beforehand, but I thought it would be fun this time because I'm lazy to do it like live. Not live because it's recorded and edited. Yeah, cool! What was one of the rudest things someone has said to you? Okay, I'm just gonna screenshot them and then pop them up when I read the questions. Okay, so this was, I'm just not gonna go with the internet because everyone's rude on the internet. Well, not everyone, but yeah. It was at the X when I was maybe like 17 or something like that, and there are all these booths set up, and me and my friends were going around and going to these different booths, and there was this one booth and it was some kind of like bra, like a gel bra or something like that. Not one of those like new bras nowadays, because this was like obviously like 2007, like way back when. Ew, I'm old. I said, oh, I'm really interested in this because I wanted big boobs back then, because then 2 years later I got breast implants. She was sizing me because I was gonna buy one, and then she looks at me and says, I don't remember exactly, but I remember it just like shattering me at the time. It was something like, well, you have no boobs anyway, so like nothing's really gonna help. Because this was like a push-up bra or something like that, and it wasn't gonna help. I can tell that your bra doesn't fit you anyway, so you're trying to give yourself cleavage, so like something like this is not gonna help you. You need something a little more. I was like I was 17, cool. You don't say that. I feel like especially when you're in the bra industry, you're helping women's confidence and people feel beautiful, and you're like literally shaming people for having small boobs. I just felt really like ashamed, especially because I was with my boyfriend at the time, my friends, and I just felt really like crushed, because I really don't care what people think or say to me, but back then like I was wanting this, and I was opening myself up like, oh yeah, this is my size. Like I just felt like it was so rude. Please let this be in the video. I love you. How do you stay so confident in your body? Love you. Ironic to the last question we just answered. There was a time in my life where I literally hated everything about my body. It was like, that's gross, that's gross, that's gross. Like what are you even doing? And I had a journal. I think I even showed it on one of my journal videos, and it was really sad. And one day I just said like, why? Like why am I doing that? Like why don't I just be happy in the body that I have? And if something isn't happy that I like, I'm just gonna change it. I'm just confident in myself. I love how I look, and even if some days I'm not feeling how I look, whatever. Like I'm just gonna be confident in what I have, because nobody is perfect and nobody has a perfect body, and I'm not going to let something like body image hold me back from living my life. So I can't really answer that question because it's almost something like in yourself. Confidence really comes within you, and it takes a lot. I went through lots of struggles in my life. Journaling really helped me honestly become confident and open up. Would you rather have free plastic surgery for life or free car fuel for life? To be honest, like I'm good where I'm at with plastic surgery. So if this was like 10 years ago, I would say definitely plastic surgery, but I drive like every day, so I would like free car fuel for life. What kind of music do you like listening to? I like pretty much anything except country. I'm not trying to offend, I'm just trying to answer the question. But I love like rap, hip hop. If you could go on tour, what one place would you go to? I mean, it's kind of like a broad thing, but I would say the UK. I have so many fans in the UK that tell me, go to the UK. Like, you're in Canada, you go to the US lots, like, please come to the UK. So, I mean, I would like to go everywhere and visit as many people as possible. Okay. What superpower would you love to have? The superpower of just whoosh, making money appear in my hands. Can you buy me a Tiffany & Co. bracelet? Me? Did you ever see yourself dating girls instead of guys? Yes. I've always been the person that I'm very open, and whatever happens, happens. I don't see people for looks or what they have downstairs or wherever. Even people that like call me ugly or call me gross, I usually look at them and I'm like, they're gorgeous, but their personality is ugly. So that's a huge thing for me, is personality, who you are. So if I fell in love with a girl for who she was, then that'd be perfectly fine with me. If you could have, would you have went to Dr. Miami to get your BBL? I could have, and he was in my list of people to go to, but I really loved the surgeon that I was gonna go to, and I love Toronto. It was honestly between one or the other. Dr. Miami's wonderful. Like I follow him on Snapchat. He does amazing BBLs. Like he shows them on Snapchat of him doing BBLs. Like so many people get them in a day, and he does so many. And they are friends. Like my surgeon and Dr. Miami are always doing snaps together, shouting each other out, like hanging out on each other's Instagram. So it was a very close, you know, one. I don't talk well. What kind of dog is Coop? He's a Bichon Frise mixed with a poodle. What do you think is the most important thing that your subscribers should take away from or learn from your videos? You really inspire me to be completely myself. I love you so much. I love you too. Honestly, it would be that you are beautiful in whatever body, skin color, hair color, no hair, no matter what it is, nationality, religion, you're beautiful. And if you want to enhance things, if you want to be natural, if whatever it is, that's still you. And you should just always do what you want and be happy with, because your life could end tomorrow or in a couple days. So there's no use not living your life to the fullest and being happy in every step you take and being you. Okay, I love you so much, and I want to ask you, McDonald's or Starbucks? And how long do you have to wear your Invisalign for? I don't think I wrote it right. No problem, girl. McDonald's or Starbucks? I would say Starbucks. I love both. My Invisalign, December 5th. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then I don't have to wear it anymore. So I'm very excited about that. 5 more weeks, and then I will do my video of, you know, before and afters and everything like that. Would you rather have a house made out of candy or decap to smile 24/7? Well, I would never want Dalton to smile 24/7 for 2 reasons. One, I feel like it would be really painful after a while to be smiling for that long. And second, he's not really a smiler. He does smile. He's not like a grouch ass crop, but it's just really not him. So I wouldn't want him to not be himself and for him to be in pain. So, and I would love a house made of candy. And I think if he chose to, if I would rather a house made of candy or him to smile, he would choose the candy one as well. We've got a hater. If you had to get rid of your boobies or butt forever, which would it be? Obviously, they're a hater. I'm just kidding. She's a cutie. I love her. Pass? If you had a child, what would you call it? Peter Pan. But really, Trixie is like my favorite name, and Dalton hates it, so I don't know what's gonna happen. If you could collab with any makeup brand, what would you choose? Probably like ColourPop. I love ColourPop, their prices, their products, or like Anastasia, Beverly Hills, or MAC. One of those 3, whoever wants to take me. I'm here. How do I become a boss ass bitch like you? I need answers. Truly just don't care what people think. Like don't. If I listened to the comments, girl, I'd be covered up to here. I'd be wearing full ass pants. I wouldn't wear any lashes. I wouldn't have my lips done. I wouldn't look like me. I wouldn't be me, you know? So just do you, because who you are and being confident in you is truly a boss ass bitch. Some people say if you wear provocative clothing, you deserve to be sexually assaulted, and that is what the victim, was the victim's clothing. What is your opinion on that? Love you. I would say my opinion is the Amber Rose slut walk. Search it up. Your opinion on Jeffree Star. I love you. Okay, so I'm gonna address this because I did post a Jeffree Star review a while ago and then deleted it. And then posted a tweet that was like, I don't want to be associated pretty much with Jeffree Star. So I do want to come on here and just say, I followed Jeffree Star honestly like 7 years ago when he was like the only one on YouTube and did crazy stuff on YouTube for his music, like way back when, like Warped Tour stuff. And I was like, I love Jeffree Star. And then when he started becoming a YouTuber and doing makeup looks, I was like, yes. And then his makeup line, so I bought some, reviewed it, and when I posted that video, I had so many people come at me being like, you know, Jeffree Star is racist, he says all this stuff, he blah 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 blah, like all this stuff that he did, and I'm like, I had no idea. I was literally just buying his makeup to try the makeup, and I liked his music and him back in the day, and I really like his videos. Like, I didn't know that because I don't go and search dirt and drama on people. I didn't know that. And also I didn't watch everything he did, so I didn't know any of this. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna delete the video because I myself, even though I came out and said my racist stuff, which I will link that video in the description box if you didn't know, I didn't wait for it to become a scandal. I literally exposed myself. So I just didn't want to be associated with anything like that. Do you know what I mean? And when I searched it and was looking up stuff, I didn't see an apology or anything like that, so I just didn't want to be associated with Jeffree Star. Do you know what I mean? So I just deleted my video and didn't use the products and videos and stuff like that. But now, that was a while ago, Jeffree Star released an apology video, cleared up things, and I feel like, I mean, I don't know him personally, never met him, but I just feel like he has grown from it. I mean, people have their opinions, you have your own opinions. I don't see somebody who is going to act like he did way back when, like how many years ago. And I did watch his apology video, and I did take a positive route out of it, some people didn't. I mean, I'm in that position too, where no matter what you did in your past, it's going to be brought online, even though if you didn't even have any followers or subscribers back in the day, whatever you did back in the day and you choose to be a YouTuber or Instagram or whatever nowadays, it's going to be brought back up, especially if you get any kind of following. And the fact that he did make a public video and apologize and share his mistakes, it's not like I'm like a big fan of him or anything like that. I have different opinions than I did when I posted the video and heard everything. It does take a lot to go on the internet and apologize and make a true explanation and apology video. I mean, I would know, but do I really know if he was sincere in what he did? No, because I don't know him, right? Like, you don't know anyone on the internet unless you know them in real life. Like, you don't know me at all unless you know me in real life. But I'm just trying to say that my opinions were, I love Jeffree Star, and then I was like, about Jeffree Star, and now I'm kind of like, you know, like, I do like his makeup looks, and I like that he is so real and just like doesn't give a shit about what he says. So I do like those aspects very much of Jeffree Star. I hope I don't get like people mad at me for that, but that's just my opinion. What would you do if you're at home and all your friends and family were dead? Like, what do you mean? Like, they had passed away and I'm like literally alone now, or like they're dead in the home? Either way, I'd be like miserable. So sad. What is one talent you wish you had been born with? Singing. I think singing is beautiful, and I wish, like, I try and I'm like, well, and I would make like a career out of it if I was a good singer, truly. What are your favorite treats to eat while watching TV? Can I please be in your video? I've been there since day one. I love you so much, Sam. I love that you made all the emojis go in a row, like color coordinated. Oh, I love it. I love chips. Miss Vicky's plain chips. I could eat like 3 bags of those while watching movies. What was one of the best and worst purchases you've ever made? So one of the best purchases I've ever made was I bought a Cavalier for like $500, and it came with a set of winter tires as well. So it came with 2 sets of tires because I needed a winter vehicle. In our city, there's lots of snow, there's like literally ruts in the road and ice and everything, and I drove a Camaro that I could have drove in the winter, but it's not really safe to drive in the winter. So I was like, I need a winter vehicle, and there one popped up on Kijiji for $500 with 2 sets of tires. So I went and ran and got it, and it worked perfectly. The heat was amazing. It was like the best car, no issues. I don't understand how I got such a steal, like $500, so cheap. And my friends, that when their cars broke down, like when I was done using the Cavalier, I like wouldn't sell it. Like, I had somebody come to my door, knock on my door and say like, how much for the vehicle out front? And I'd be like, for the Range Rover? And they're like, no, for their Cavalier. It's not for sale, like, go away from my Cavalier. And like family and friends that like, if their vehicle broke down, if it was in the shop, they would say like, hey, can I borrow the Cavalier for a few days? Sure, take it. And then they'd be like, this is the best vehicle ever. It's like ugly and rusted, and like, who drives that? I'm like, thanks, like, I drive that. I love Cavaliers. So I think that was one of the best purchases I've ever chose, like, cause it's like helped friends and family. It was so cheap, it's amazing. And one of the worst purchases I've ever made, Dark Angels by Lush face scrub. Go watch that video if you haven't. I'll link it below. What did you do on Halloween night? Nothing. What did I do? I sat at home, watched The Chase on Netflix, and then went out for ice cream. That's what I did on Halloween night. Wearing an orange shirt that said costume across it. Do you know any German, and would you ever want to go to Germany? Ich liebe dich. Am I saying that right? Ich liebe dich. It means I love you, but I am like bad at it. Do I ever want to go to Germany? Yes. What do you think you'll reincarnate to in your next life? Like, probably something that I don't like, because that's literally my life. So it'll probably be like some bird, or something like at the very bottom of the ocean, like a rock just sitting at the very bottom of the ocean for all of eternity. Knowing me. I have an honest question. I honestly love your videos, always have, always will. Thank you, Natalie. But I've been thinking a lot about this. As you know, you have a lot of young viewers who look up to you as a role model, encouraging them to be themselves and be safe. I get that. Thank you for acknowledging that. But you do a lot of risky videos about body modification, and you have a lot of revealing outfits. It isn't, hi Sam. It isn't a good way to encourage your views. I get when you say you can be whoever you want, and as you say, do you, but it isn't a very good influence for young children, especially young girls. I would love your honest opinions on this, please. Much love. Well, I appreciate you coming with like positivity on that. Like, we all have our own opinions. I think it is a good influence for telling people to do you, because a lot of people, and even like magazines nowadays, will tell you to look like this. And you should look like this. Like, being skinny and being like this is a good thing. You should do this. Like, even if it's like subliminally, they're telling young girls to do this. So I think, I mean, I'm not saying I'm like an angel or a role model. I think it is a very good thing to tell young girls and boys to do you, no matter what you are. So if you don't even like makeup, you don't like boys, you don't like high heels, you just like doing whatever you want, then that is you, and you should do you 100%. By revealing outfits or risky videos about body modification, I can't talk, isn't a good influence. I'm not trying to be an influence, and I was thinking about this too the other day, because I do get comments obviously about it, but you guys, no matter what viewers I have, no matter if they're young girls, old men, dogs, or turtles, I'm going to be me. I will never go on the internet or in real life or wherever and say, okay, well, I'm gonna put on a plain shirt and plain hair with no extensions and no makeup, and then start making videos. And then when I get viewers, I look at my demographics and say, okay, old men, okay, well now I'm gonna start doing videos on prune juice and dentures, okay? So now I need to look at my analytics, and they're all young girls. I'm not gonna say, oh, well, okay, now I gotta keep doing like very like videos. That's not me. I'm going to be me. And if people don't like that, then they do not have to watch. You know, there's other YouTubers, Tana Mojo, for instance, she came on the game saying F, shit, piss, and you know, all these like swearing things, because that's who she is. And when she got a following, a lot of her following is like 12 to 15-year-old girls. You can see it when she goes on tour. Like, obviously she does have different viewers, like I do as well. Like, I do have older women, younger women, older men, younger men. Like, I have a lot of different ages, but the majority is like Tana's. I don't want to compare myself to her, but I'm just trying to say, like, so when she started getting like 8-year-olds coming up to her and meeting her at her tour, did she now stop doing like risky story times, showing her boobs, showing her tummy, showing her booty on the internet? No. She didn't, because that's who she is, and that's why I love Tana, because that is how I live my life. I'm not going to stop doing me and being me because of people that watch me. You know what I mean? Never gonna base it on that. And if people like me, no matter what age they are, then they like me. I would never tell you guys to get plastic surgery or wear revealing outfits. And I get that, you know, young girls that see that on the internet can get influenced by that, but I preach to just do you, be you. If you do not want to get lip injections, don't do it. Please don't do it, and never do it because I have it, or your favorite YouTuber has lip injections or breast implants or whatever they have. So I'm not trying to be a role model. I'm not trying to be prim and proper. I'm not trying to be risky. I'm just trying to be me. And if I go get a BBL, people have questions, and I want to be able to answer that and say, like, this is what I did. I'm so happy that I did it. Here's what I do. So if I do show my booty or my boobs in a picture or whatever it is, that's just me. And I didn't choose what demographic watches me. I hope I explained that. I know some people still aren't gonna get it. It's gonna fly over their head, and that's good. Like, that's okay. Like, that's your choice. But I do appreciate you for being so nice about this, and just like a general question and asking about it. I don't encourage people to do that. I just show, this is what I do. This is my life. It literally is my life on the internet. I'm not like on the Disney Channel, you know, doing this, and I have to modify myself and be like, okay, yeah, I can't say this, can't do that. No, like, I'm just showing me, and I've always been, since like my first video on YouTube, I had my boobs like real pushed up, real out. I've always been like that. I've always shown revealing stuff, because that is me, and I'm not gonna be anyone else but me. And if people don't like that, if they're like, you know, like, I am like an 11-year-old girl and I really don't like that you have all these body modifications, then do not watch, because there's nobody else I can be or want to be but myself. And I really appreciate so much that I can be me, and I can open up and say, like, you know, I went and got eyelash extensions, or I did this or did that, or whatever it is. People that appreciate that or still watch, and it makes me very happy. So thank you for your question. How do you know if someone is faithful or not? Girl, you don't. Truly, you don't, because you're not there. You're not there in spirit. You don't have invisible superpowers to be there and watch them, or mind control that you can like go into their mind and reverse their, you know what I mean? Like, you really don't. The only thing that you have is trust. You can only trust somebody that when they say to you that they weren't unfaithful, you just have to trust and believe them. And that's one of the key parts in having a relationship, is trust, and trusting the person that you're with, believing them that they didn't do it, or that they don't do it, or aren't currently doing it. It's very hard if you're not trusting of the person you're with, or they don't trust you. You can't just say like somebody's unfaithful if they do this, because you know there's people that live life in different ways and have different, because I've seen like little blurbs on 17 magazine and stuff like how to tell if your boyfriend's being unfaithful, and I'm like, but that isn't the case for a lot of people. Like, I knew a guy who cheated on his girlfriend all the time, or I knew of a guy, and I didn't know his girlfriend, never met her, and people would always say like, oh, he cheated on his girlfriend all the time, and he didn't have any of the typical characteristics of a guy that was a cheater. So there isn't like a set thing to say if they cheated. The only way you would know is if they tell you like, I cheated, you know? What do you think of Alyssa Violet? Honestly, like, I've always seen her name pop up, but I don't know who she is. I'm not being a bitch. Like, I've seen the name always like on Drama Alert. Her name's like, oh, like, I don't know why Drama Alert videos always pop up on my iPad. Always there on like the trending page, and it's always like, Alyssa Violet, Alyssa Violet, Alyssa Violet. I don't know. If you could travel to outer space, what planet would you go to? I wouldn't. I'd be too afraid and have anxiety. But if I had to, it'd be Earth. What's your zodiac sign? I'm a Taurus. Favorite concert? Probably the Nicki Minaj one in Edmonton. It was so nice. Can this be your last question? Love you, Sam. Yes. Thank you guys so much for asking all your questions. There are so many questions here, but that's why I do these videos every so often, so that everyone can have a proper opportunity to ask me a question. I just see one right here. Who's your favorite rapper? I'm just gonna answer that one just because I see it there. It would be Nicki Minaj? Like, oh no, A$AP Rocky. I love A$AP Rocky so much. Okay guys, thank you so much for asking your questions. I'll talk to you guys all in my next video. Remember to be you, stay smiling, and just be positive, because who wants a negative life, right? Just like pet your dog if you've got a dog. If you don't, eat a cupcake, you know, just be happy. I love you guys. Thank you for watching and supporting me and staying here for me. Love you all. Bye.